Hey yo, what up? If you are someone like me who has dealt with rejection in a major way, then this is for you. I was listening to a message this morning I absolutely love. T.D. Jakes, if I lived in Texas, I would definitely go to that church. However, his message today was from 2019, but it was still so accurate and resonated with me today. I have dealt with rejection in some major ways, from adolescence all the way up on so many different levels. And it had me in a mindset and a mind frame to where no matter what, I felt unwanted, unwelcome, unloved, like I didn't belong, and that I was somehow an outsider. Even if I was giving, I was pouring in, I was sharing, I was uplifting, I was encouraging. Any little sign of rejection would send me into a tizzy. I would shut down. I wouldn't want to move forward, even if nothing was actually said, and I felt it. It put me in a certain mindset and a mind frame that was negative. And I've lived my life like that for years. Even now, it is something that I'm overcoming. And then today's message came. I don't know how. God is so amazing, but I don't know how I can go and find messages from years ago and today that somehow have been syncing and lining up to help me. And this message today completely set me free, and it made me grateful for the rejection that I have experienced. And the title of this message is called Rejoicing in Rejection. So go with me. If you have felt that way, be grateful and be thankful. And especially if you know that there is a call of God on your life. Now, I didn't want to get into that in this video, but it is something that I will touch on later, and it's upcoming. But I know being a gay man is a hard thing. Living is a hard thing, but being a gay black man in the United States, it's just hard. Regardless, you add other things into the mix, it becomes a little bit harder. So I experienced rejection from the world. I experienced rejection from the church, even though I was majorly a part of it. And then in my own family, from my mother, family. I won't go into all of that right now, but what I'm saying is I've experienced rejection in such a way that from a child, I would overdo things. I would try to go out of my way just to make sure I didn't do anything for someone to push me away or not want me. And even if I hadn't done anything wrong, if I felt that way, then I would carry that burden. And it had me in this trap to where no matter what I do, I'm just not enough. However, this message today, bruh, I am so grateful for every time that I was rejected, because it kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me till it got to the point where I enjoyed my own company. I enjoyed being with myself because I knew that I would not mistreat or mishandle me, even though we do sometimes when that's how it's been, put into us and we don't realize it. However, every time that I was rejected, when I look back, it kept me from settling in a low place. It kept me from settling for something that was beneath me. Not like I'm better than anybody. I don't walk around in pride or arrogance, but there are just some things that you should have a standard for that you will not go below. However, understanding that every time I felt rejected, it was actually God protecting me. It was Him redirecting me. It was Him knowing something that I didn't know was coming up the road, or something that was going on that I was not privy to, or I wasn't sensitive enough to catch what is going on. And I looked back, and all I can say is, oh my God, thank you. Because every single time I thought that I was being rejected, I was being protected, I was being redirected, I was being kind of guided along a path that I couldn't see and didn't realize at the time. But now I am so grateful that I did not stop, that I wasn't accepted, I wasn't a part of the clique, I wasn't invited to the outings, I wasn't invited to the get-togethers, I wasn't invited into the things that everybody was all excited and cliquish about. So I did, yes, learn to enjoy my own company, but there was always a sense of wanting to belong, wanting to be a part of. But I realized if I had sunk in and settled there, I wouldn't be where I am now, even though it is not exactly where I feel I should be or want to be, baby. It's so much better than where I would have been or could have been had I stayed in those low places. So take it as a good thing, sweetheart. Take it as a good thing, my man, because if God did not have something better for you, he would have allowed you to stay there. So count it all joy. Count it all joy if you've been rejected. Consider it a blessing. Yeah, because if I had had that other mess, I would have been praying for God to get me out of it. So stay encouraged. Don't worry about if you are rejected. Your place is coming. It's coming.